Welcome to Open Book with Amanda, where today we're going to be talking about 3 habits that can attract love into your life. Let's open up that chapter on 3 habits that can attract love into your life. Number 1 is showing your confidence. When you show, and not with a lot of attitude, that stink kind of attitude, but you showing confidence in yourself, that can show somebody that they believe in themselves, and maybe they can help them believe in myself. And it's just something about confidence in people that just send all kind of butterflies in your stomach about people that are very confident, because it's like, okay, you're not scared of nothing. You're not scared of life. You're not scared to take on the world. And I would love to join you in taking on the world. That would help create that pathway of somebody loving you a little bit more, or being a little bit more curious about who you are as a person. Number 2, dedication. They are showing dedication in their life. And something like that, when you see that somebody is very dedicated to their job, to how they look, to how they present themselves, and that they, whenever they step out, they're gonna be that GQ or Miss Thing when they step out, but not in a bad way. But they're just showing dedication in that they really truly love themselves. And you ain't nothing wrong with you loving yourself. And if for some reason, when you see how much you care for yourself, it draws that curiosity in you being attracted to them. It draws you in. That dedication of, okay, if this person is that dedicated to your work, and that dedicated to how you look, and that dedicated to how you treating your family, your mom and your dad, then that kind of create that bond of love, because they know that if you're dedicated to something, that means you got to have some type of love in there. So that's a good indication that you can attract some love in the air of showing your dedication to how you live your daily life. And number three, showing how willing you are to communicate about sensitive subjects. And not meaning you're gonna blurt out every little single thing that's out there that's sensitive to you, because that's a little too much. That can be overwhelming. But you're not afraid to talk about some of those sensitive areas without being too explicit, or you talk about sensitive areas of your childhood, your vulnerabilities, and how you can handle things sometimes, and sometimes how things can really hurt you. There's a lot of people out here in this world that don't like to share the fact of how some things hurt them. They want to have that seem like I don't want to say a chip on the shoulder, but they, in a sense, do have a chip on their shoulder. Whereas it's like, you're not supposed to be vulnerable in certain areas, or you're not supposed to be talking about those types of subjects of sensitivity on different things. Like the fact that, hey, you might cry on a certain movie, or being in a certain area might just make you feel overwhelmed. And having a conversation about certain subjects, you're like, well, you know what, this kind of bothers me, but you're willing to still talk about it. You're open, just like the name of my channel, Open Book. You're open to, what's out there and what are things that can hurt you. And showing that side of you, it will attract somebody to love you even more and deeper, because they know, okay, for one, you're trusting me with telling me about the things in your life that you probably wouldn't tell anybody. So those are the 3 things that habits that can attract love in your life. And there are others things you can do to attract love in your life. And number 1 is communication. Just communicating how you feel, communicating your dislikes, communicating about boundaries that you have for yourself so that you feel secure All those things matter when you're trying to attract love in your life. But number one thing not to do is not to be overwhelming with these things. One thing at a time. It's just like when you're reading a book. You don't read 4 chapters at once. You read only 1 chapter at a time. So it's the same thing when you approach life when you're trying to find love. One thing at a time, not too much, not too soon, but be willing to talk about those things when they come about. If you found value in the video today, please don't hesitate to like it and don't hesitate to share it, because it will help out the algorithm of my channel, and also it will help somebody else out there in this world that's looking for love and looking for tips and tricks on how to live their life in an open book world. So until the next chapter, bye.